Chapter 14, The Skin I'm In. A few days later, I'm hanging out with Shar and the twins. Shar told me I better show up, and if I know what's good for me. She says she don't like how I've been acting lately. Forgetting to do her homework, giving her too much lip. She's right, I'm pushing back with her. But maybe I can learn to hang with Shar and get along with her too. Fighting her ain't no use. Look where it got me the last time in the lunchroom. I'm tired of working in the school office. It's been a few weeks now, and I'm still bored stiff. I want to have some fun. So, after fifth period, instead of going to the office to work, I head to the lockers with Shar, Raina, and Rays. And who do we run into but Mrs. Saunders, who's on hall duty. The first thing Miss Saunders does is ask me how work is coming in the office. Then she says, I guess you're headed there now. You are working there today, right? Shar stays cool for once, and she and the twins start walking ahead of Mrs. Saunders and me. I'm on my way, I say, turning back around and walking up the hall towards the office. I hear Miss Saunders tell Shar and the twins they better hurry up to class or they will have to get a late note to get in. Shar says something smart and keeps stepping. A moment later, I hear the school side exit door close. Miss Saunders walks me to the office like I'm some baby. She's dressed to the nines like usual. She's got on gold hoop earrings with dolphins jumping through them, and she makes small talk, asking how I am, asking if I read her latest assignment. That a designer suit you wearing? I ask, knowing full well it is. Miss Saunders fingers on the collar. I think so. You think so? Don't you know? Yes, it is, Malika, she says, kind of smart. Real teachers can't afford designer suits, I say, before I really think about what I'm saying. I wore suits for my job at the ad agency. Suits are kind of like a uniform, I guess. My mom wears a uniform to work. What you got on ain't no uniform. Miss Saunders nods. I think if I was wearing my own clothes, I would feel like 2 cents next to her. But I'm in Char's stuff, so I'm holding my own. What are you doing here, Miss Saunders? At Miss Clementine, I mean, I ask. While we walk, Mrs. Saunders stops every once in a while and picks up a gum wrapper or a soda can tab. I want to teach, she says as plain as day. Then how come you're not at a Catholic school 10 blocks from here or one of them private schools downtown? Miss Saunders doesn't say anything. She's just walking slow like I got all day. I mean, teachers don't come here because they want to. They get dumped here because they goofed up someplace else, usually, except Ty, maybe. But you know, she's weird. She wanted to come to McClinton, I tell her. Then Miss Saunders gives me a trick question that I ain't expecting. Why are you here? What? I fold my arms tight in front of me. Why are you here? She asked me again. I checked your records. Last year you passed the Central Middle School across town. You checked my records? I checked all my students' records. In business, you always learn about your clients, who they are, what makes them tick. It helps you to do your job better. It's the same with teaching. Know your clients. It bothers me that Mrs. Saunders knows all my business. You know about us kids, but we don't know nothing about you except where you came from before you got here, that you like suits and jewelry, and that you was born with that face. Miss Saunders says there's nothing much to know about her. She's single. She doesn't have any kids. She was working 18 hours a day and traveling the country all the time. When she turned 40, she didn't want to do it anymore. 6 months later, she found out about the school board's new plan and letting executives teach in schools. You gave up that to come here? I asked, reaching down and picking up a broken pen. The business world can be very competitive, Miss Saunders says. I always wanted to outthink, outperform, even outdress my competitors. It was wearing me down. Well, you're the best dressed one in this place, I say. Miss Saunders reaches for the top button of her suit. You think you ever going back, Mrs. Saunders? Back to working in the big company, I ask. Miss Saunders shakes her head. No, I think teaching is for me. You won't miss the money and stuff like that? She shakes her head a second time. We turn the corner and I go into the office. Miss Saunders walks in, throws trash in the garbage can by the door, and keeps on going. It's the first time me and her been together without things falling apart.